This is Cecil Xavier, and I am doing a GNA microbrew crossover and playing the game Alien Isolation. In Alien Isolation, you play as Ripley. No, not that Ripley. Amanda Ripley, Ellen's daughter. You're on a quest to find out what happened to your mother. You were enlisted by the evil Weyland-Yutani Corporation. The lost flight recorder of the Nostromo has been found and brought to a remote space station in the middle of nowhere. Guess where you're going? Cue hypersleep. The game starts off as a walking simulator and quickly turns to a hide-and-seek game. The visuals of this game will give any nostalgic Alien fan a nerd boner that can hang their coat off. From the door sounds to the sterile-looking hallways, the game has the right atmosphere built to really make you feel like you're in an Alien movie. For those older farts or just fans of the Alien movie, you'll see some scenes that feel like they were plucked right from the movie itself. Anyone have the special? This game tries really hard at making it look and feel like it came right after the Alien movie, and it succeeds. Once you reach the station, that's where things start getting really tense. You quickly figure out that something isn't right. Hell, it's not left either. It's just weird. Hint, whoever skimped on the extended maintenance plan for the station should be shot. Alien Isolation really does well at giving you that claustrophobic feel that being trapped on an isolated space station really would feel like.
Hey Johnny, did you ever pay that gas bill that I put on your desk the other day? I'm gonna take that as a no.
I've been trying to figure out why I have a health bar in this game the whole time. And I couldn't quite figure it out. I just figured it out. Yes, you can get hurt and die in this game. As you progress through, you'll find all sorts of things you can pick up and use later. Don't ask me what the hell they do with them. I got scared after making the video and stopped playing. Walking around the station, you'll find an eerie atmosphere that lends to all aspects of the game. As you progress through, you'll meet some interesting people that probably want to kill you. The hide-and-seek portion of the game comes in pretty quick. There's a lot of staying out of sight and climbing through vents. There's also hiding in closets and maybe even a little running. But what Alien game would be complete without an alien? Alien Isolation is a fun, tense, jump-scary game. Check it out. It's worth the time. Hope you enjoyed the video. Check out the GNA podcast and keep tuning in to MicrobrewGamerZ to steal a line. Brost.
Hi, this is D from MicrobrewGamerZ, and my choice for a must-play horror game for Halloween is Eternal Darkness, Sanity's Requiem on the GameCube. Now, the game was released back in 2002 and is a psychological horror action-adventure game published by Nintendo and developed by Silicon Knights. The game follows Alexandra Roivas, a student in Washington State who has to return to her family's estate in Rhode Island to get to the bottom of her grandfather's brutal murder. While investigating the mansion for clues, she discovers a secret room with a book called The Tome of Eternal Darkness. When she begins reading it, the player is transported to the past and plays various figures that are entwined with the artifacts of the ancients, starting with Pius Augustus, who is a Roman military commander in ancient Persia sent to locate an important relic. Now, Pius is led astray by voices and eventually finds this artifact or relic, which corrupts him and turns him into a powerful undead warlock upon touching it, bent on bringing the ancients over to our universe, which is spells doom for us. Now, you have to uncover just what's going on, what ties the Roivas family to all this, and how to stop it. Now, the game is similar to the style of Resident Evil with the game mechanics and the puzzle solving, but it also adds a twist in the form of sanity effects, under which the more of the other reality you see, the less sane you'll become. If it becomes too much, you start to hallucinate, and the game even messes with you. In fact, I remember when I first started playing this game years ago, I hadn't saved in a while. I was playing it, and characters going around. All of a sudden, it kind of fritzed out and said, "Disk read error," and I got pissed. I was like, "What is this crap?" It's like the system messes up. Like I haven't saved in forever. I've just lost all those hours, all that game time, and I was just frazzled. And I got up to shut off the system. I started walking over angrily, and then it just kicked back up where it was. The game breaks the fourth wall. I mean, and that was just one instance of many. I mean, as soon as the sanity gets too low, that game will mess with you, which is pretty cool. It adds an extra twist in the game. Now, the game borrows ideas from the H.P. Lovecraft mythos, which really works to create a fantastic game and story. So this makes it one of my favorite games for the Halloween season. The graphics, as you can see, don't quite hold up as well in modern times. But at the time, I mean, the game was released about, I think, near the launch of the GameCube, if I remember correctly. So this was actually pretty good for that time period. And like I said, the atmosphere, the sound to this game, everything really blends, and it really works. So I highly recommend it. And as Cecil already said earlier, Prost.
Hail, salutations, and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a GNA Microbrew Games crossover. I'm BlueShark45, and today I'm going to be giving a brief overview of ID Software's game Doom. This is the most recent installment in the Doom franchise that Bethesda has put out, and it's kind of a revamp of the old games. Now, having never played the previous games, I am excited to have gotten into this game. And it gives you a lot of background into different events, and there's lore. But let's get into it. So the game first starts off with a very demonic voice, kind of setting the tone of what your character is and what you will be doing throughout this game, emphasizing the fact that you will be mightier than your enemies. You start off by waking up in a coffin, looking around, finding yourself to be chained, when all of a sudden a monster comes your way, and of course, being the Doom game that it is, you slam his face and create nothing but a giant blood splatter on the side of your coffin as you jump down and pick up a pistol that's conveniently placed on the ground. Now, much of the game will be using the pistol as well as other weapons that we'll pick up along the way. One of the nice features that I like about this game is that you can press these panels that come at different points throughout the game and kind of see flashbacks into things that have already happened before your awakening.
We have to contain this.
After going through that little cutscene, you find your armor, and then you get the going to come to pass probably later. It's kind of this big foreshadowing element. All before you put on your helmet. Now, anyone who doesn't know Doom is very much, it's a game based off of killing demons and hellspawn that have come to invade the planet Mars. And you, being the unnamed space marine, are set off on the task to destroy these monsters. Now, having just woken up, you first obviously go to the tablet to try to figure out what's going on, but only to find out that the satellite that you use for this information is down. And then this is where one of our next characters comes in, Dr. Samuel Hayden, the director of this facility created by the UAC. Obviously, we're not happy about how things go, but we press on. Now, Doom is a very interesting game in that there are no health packs. The only way you can get health is by actually meleeing for glory kills. Additionally, there's also a mechanic in the game where you have to clear a room of all demons before the doors will unlock and they'll let you through. So you have to go through and shoot them and glory kill them if you need health, all while waiting before you can proceed.
Cannot be allowed to leave this place.
Now this is still very much the beginning of this game, which is really just kind of grips you with this story elements that are thrown in, these little glimpses, and of course the minor interactions that you get to have with Dr. Samuel Hayden. And nothing is complete without a little knuckle cracking, a little anger, a little rage, as you can tell that he does not agree with Dr. Samuel Hayden's methods. Of course, you smash it, and then there goes the beginning title screens showing Bethesda ID Software, Doom, and the awesome metal music that is just littered throughout this game. And of course, we cannot forget the iconic shotgun pump as we head out onto the barren wasteland of Mars. Now, another great thing about this game that gives you a look into the lore is these little pieces of information that you can pick up along the way as collectibles and codexes of different information about the nest, the demons, the weapons, the suits, the place that you're at, what's all going on in this universe that is Doom. So even if you're like me who doesn't have a lot of experience, you can still pick up on it. And even the collectibles that you can pick up along the way have pieces of information showing old Doom characters and models. You have suit upgrades. Now the suit upgrades are only found by collecting these keys from these elite guards that guard Dr. Samuel Hayden, but unfortunately these guards have died. But fortunately for us, they leave behind these tokens that allow us to upgrade different aspects of our suit. And of course we also have weapon upgrades. Littered throughout the maps that you'll come across are these drones where you can choose what kind of upgrade you want and forcefully take it from the robot. Finally, at the end of every mission, you'll have a summary as far as what you've done and what you left behind. Now, this is the next phase. After completing the opening mission, you'll come across Vega. Now, Vega is an AI that's sourced to help you throughout your missions and kind of give you goals to accomplish to upgrade your suits and your weapons. And depending on what the task is or what things you need to find determines what upgrades you can do, whether it be weapons or whether it be your armor. And as you can see, we have certain challenges. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this crossover video. Please be sure to follow GNA Podcast and Microbrew Games. Y'all have a good one.